Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price, and I can already tell you we are not only going to take a look at the smaller timeframes today, no, especially the bigger timeframes I want to put some attention on in today's video, because there are some similarities on the weekly timeframe comparing the 2019 run up to the $14,000 level and exactly the 0.618 Fibonacci. I will tell you that and show you that in a second. And besides this, we are on the weekly timeframe forming another very similar chart pattern at the moment that could lead to Bitcoin falling to the $16,000 to $14,000 level once again. Yes, you heard me correctly. Let me show you the bigger timeframes and explain to you why the upcoming week is going to be one of the most important for Bitcoin that we have seen in the last couple of months. First of all, guys, we talked about it in my last video. We were expecting the Bitcoin price to fall lower. I started the video originally at the $29,600 level. During the video, we were at like $20,400, $29,500. And so far we have been dumping since then, so nothing that we didn't expect from our last video anyways right now happening here on the smaller time frames. As I already told you, on the 3-day time frame and also on the weekly time frame, our support remains. During my last video on the daily time frame, it was exactly at $28,200. Now that, because it is an upward sloping support, we are seeing this support coming in rather at the $28,400 to $28,600 level. So that's still one of the most important supports that I'm keeping an eye on. And what you can now already see here on the 3-day time frame is that we are forming somewhat of a rising broadening wedge. And when was the last time we were forming such a rising broadening wedge? Let me remove this support here really quickly. It's distracting. It's only relevant on the weekly time frame. But what we can see is that for sure during the next week we need to be extremely careful, because if we are not able to hold this as support, but we are seeing that on the smaller timeframes there will be some sort of development that indicates a bearish breakdown. First of all, I will for sure tell you guys in my video, if I'm able to upload a video exactly at that moment, that I'm opening a new short hedge position, or that I'm opening actually a scalp long position for the final pump that is to be expected then in this rising broadening wedge. But in general, if I'm not able to upload a video, keep in mind, guys, that we have our free community going here, and it's very active in the German community chats. Actually, there is still a little bit of activity missing in the English community, but nevertheless, guys, I'm active there. You can ask me questions. There's a lot of people sharing their chart ideas in German and also in English. We are talking about all kinds of different things where there's a lot of buy volume, for example, where there are a lot of liquidations placed in the market. So very relevant things that you can learn of each other as well, and not only from me personally, but as said, I'm very active here as well and sharing for sure, as I shared also my last short hedge trade that we opened at the $30,250 level. I shared it here in the group, and I will for sure, if I'm not able to upload a video quickly enough, I will share my new trade here in this group then for sure again. And it's completely for free, so if you want to be part of it, just go to the video description down below, visit cryptomode.io, and make sure that you secure yourself your completely free access. As said, there is no possibility to spend money in this community. It's impossible. It's all for free, and it's only meant for you guys to teach each other and to share your guys' opinion amongst each other. We, for example, also talked a lot about the halving that is coming up, right? And that this halving might be completely different to the halvings before. If you want to have a video why I am expecting this halving to be different to the ones that we had the previous years, then smash up a like or just comment down below that you want to see a video on the halving. But now let me show you on the bigger timeframes what I was talking about. Because maybe you guys can remember that in 2019 we saw a very strong and bullish development up to the $14,000 level in form of, don't be surprised, a rising broadening wedge. And for sure the market was much smaller back then. There were a lot less people in it. There was a lot less volume needed to pump the price. There were even a lot less circulating BTC actually. And the supply of BTC in general was still lower, since over the last bull run there were a lot of new BTC actually mined for sure. And what we were able to see is that we saw a massive run up, and during or after the breakdown we definitely saw some continuous bearish development. And yeah, the Corona dump, then the Black Swan event finally brought us to the exact breakdown target of this rising broadening wedge, which is the beginning. So this is very interesting that for sure it was a Black Swan event. We dumped much more harder than we would normally have, but I mean, we reached the price target exactly of this rising broadening wedge. And now we are actually forming a new rising broadening wedge here once again. For sure, the market is much bigger, the volumes are much higher, there's much more money needed to move the price. So that's why we can see that the volatility to the upside, or this aggressive pump that we have seen in the past, is not quite possible anymore for Bitcoin, just because as bigger of an asset as it becomes, the more money is needed to move the price. So it's very natural for any asset class that from the time it's growing, that cycles become longer, and especially volatility and the aggressiveness of sell-offs and pumps decreases. So why am I mentioning this now to you? Because for sure we again have here a rising broadening wedge, and there is a possibility that, and as I said, I will inform you immediately in my Discord community or in a video if I decide to open a short hedge position. So make sure you're subscribed, have the bell active so you don't miss out on any of these trade opportunities that, in my opinion, at least exist in the market. For sure, it's important that you do your own analysis and that you are ready to execute your trades by yourself. But in general, I mean, my content can be relatively helpful, in my opinion at least, and in the opinion of all the people in our active community in the Discord. But in general, I will update you here about that. But let's take a look at the bigger time frames. Why am I even seeing the possibility that Bitcoin might get sold off again to significant lower levels? Let me show you this here on the smaller time frames, because you can already see that first of all we have our 11-year support and resistance on the weekly time frame and also on the monthly time frame. We never ever broken this support significantly to the downside. This bear market is the first one where Bitcoin actually left this upward sloping support and resistance, this 11-year support and resistance, this red line over here, to the downside. Now it became resistance, and in my opinion actually it's very, very unlikely that Bitcoin will be able to break above this 11-year resistance and support ever again. I will show you in a second why. It's not a bad case for us. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin cannot reach very, very high prices, but it just means that I don't assume, or I really think that this 11-year support will never become support again, but it will now remain resistance for the eternity pretty much of BTC. This will be potentially the line that will indicate us where we can expect future all-time highs for not only the next run, but potentially even for the next 2 or 3 cycles. One thing that you can now already see is that a lot of people, because the halving is coming up, and that's why I'm saying I think this halving will be a little bit different. It also has something to do because the miners are more under pressure than ever before. This has also been never seen in a halving. As I said, we talked about it in our Discord community anyways, so join that for sure. I mean, it's not only about trades, it's also about crypto and the Bitcoin price and our hodl portfolios in general. But what we can expect is, in my opinion, when we are breaking now this ascending broadening wedge, if we are not able to hold it as support, if we are not able to pump, for example, in the direction of the $47,000 level, which is also not quite unrealistic. If we are taking a look here, I mean, our $14,000 run, let's take a look, ended actually exactly at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level in 2019. Let's take a look, where's our 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level right now? It is exactly, really exactly at our 11-year support and resistance on the monthly time frame. So there is also a big resistance confluence. So I expect that if Bitcoin is now able to hold the 3-day upward sloping support, if we are able to break above the weekly resistance that we have been talking about for months now as well, the $31,000 to $32,000 level, I am expecting that Bitcoin might get a very, very quick rush to the upside. But in general, as I said, the likelihood of us breaking down, we need to just have an eye on the price during the next week. That's why it will be so highly relevant. But if we are not able to pump it to the upside, right, and then I mean the price development might look something like this. But if we are not able to break to the upside, but we're breaking to the downside, I definitely think that it's possible that Bitcoin will fall at least down to the $20,000 level. It's even possible that the dump is more aggressive and we are actually retesting our old low points here at the $16,000 level. This is not completely out of the book. And I mean, yes, it might seem like this is a little bit of a long time till we can expect our new all-time high. But me personally, I'm expecting our new all-time high to come in during the second or the third or fourth quarter of 2025 somewhere in the area of $140,000 to $180,000. This is my prediction for the next bull run, where I am expecting the next bull top to come in. And I know that in the first moment this might look like a very, very long bear market scenario, but let's compare here first top, second top, first top, second top. Let's compare here our second top and the time difference between the top in our 2013 bull run with the top in our 2017 bull run. And you can already see we are talking here about a time of 1,500 days. The total amount of time that we had between our all-time high in 2013 and our all-time high in 2017. And now let's take a look at my prediction right here, and also the prediction that we might need some more time, even though the halving is coming, to actually become very bullish with the price. Let's take a look here at our second top, the real top, the higher top, and my prediction here that we might need till the end of 2025 to reach our new all-time high. And you can already see this is really not looking unrealistic. It could even take a little bit longer, taking into account that if the asset class gets bigger, which it definitely is compared to 2013, that cycles should become longer, or at least the cycles don't become longer, but the percentage gain from the last all-time high to the next one becomes much smaller. And I mean, this is exactly what I am expecting here. I mean, it's not guaranteed that we will see this dump. I will for sure update you during the next week in the case that we are breaking, or that there are signs that we are breaking this rising broadening wedge to the downside, and I will make sure, as I already said, that I will open a new trade there, either long or short. I will update you about this in my video if possible, so subscribe, activate the bell, and definitely don't miss out on any of my future uploads. But in general, if I'm not able to upload a video because I'm traveling at that time, or I have a flight, or in general I'm just not able to make the video in the exact second where it's clear in the charts that a short movement or long movement might come and I'm opening a trade, then I will for sure update you in my free community, and I will mention that trade in the community chat, in the German one as well as the English one. I will let you guys know that we are opening a new position. So make sure you join the free community. As I said, cryptomode.io, the link to it is directly here in the video description. It's completely for free. It doesn't take much time, and everybody that is in this community is very, very happy about the knowledge transfer between not only me and my viewers, but also between the viewers themselves, because there are some very highly experienced people actually in the community, especially in the German community, that have year-long trading experience as well. And they are actually very, very profitable traders in that community, which I'm always very, very happy to see. But in general, don't forget to join. We also have the leaderboards now for BitGet, right? So everyone that is trading on BitGet in that community is actually receiving potentially up to $5,000 in monthly leaderboard prices. The first place gets $5,000, second $3,000, third $2,000. Then we have a lot of people, up to 20 people receiving a price on BitGet. On top of that, 5 random people, no matter how much trading volume you have, 5 people that are just active in the community each and every single month will get $100 completely for free on BitGet. It will not be bonus margin or anything like that. It will be real USDT directly deposited in your spot account. So you can directly withdraw it, you can buy altcoins with it, you can also trade with it, whatever you want to do with it. But make sure to join the community since it's completely for free and you are only receiving benefits by being part of it, besides all the knowledge that is being shared within. But now guys, we are going to see us in the next video. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, having the bell active, and thank you for liking the video. We are going to see us till then. Bye.